I'm doing great. Thanks.
Okay. Hi, Peter. Hi, Megan. Sabri.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good to see you all. Oh, good morning, Emily.
Good morning.
Hi, Nico. It's good to see you. So Alejandra and Alicia, I'll let Geshe know about the team working on the long and short flags for the stupa in Patagonia. If he doesn't already know, maybe he already knows. I don't know. Oh, hi, Venerable Tenzin Lamo. It's good to see you. Good morning. And good morning to everyone in the Gampa. It's good to see you all. Hi, Lisa. And Rainy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Who's that fur baby with you, Megan? She's precious.
Winnie, and she's a handful.
Hi, precious one. Oh, and Venerable Tenzin Lamo has her precious one too. Hi, beautiful.
She's getting a lot of teachings, right? Lucky cat.
Yes. All of our animals are so fortunate and slightly spoiled, but that's okay. For those of you who are local, you can always bring your animals around the stupa or even walk them on the brick path all the way around the building for wonderful merit and great positive seeds on their mind streams. Oh, hello to everyone on YouTube as well. Jackie, Shakti, and others. Welcome back, Bob. Good morning, Colleen on YouTube. So happy you're able to join us. Geshe here.
In the Go Prayer Book, please turn to page 34, and we'll start by reciting Shakyamuni Buddha's mantra 3 times. Te ata mune mune maha munaye soha. Te ata mune mune maha munaye soha. Te ata mune mune maha munaye soha. Now the verse and praise and mantra for Medicine Buddha, also on page 34. Bhagawan, with equal compassion for all, whose name when merely heard dispels the suffering of the lower realms, dispel of disease and the 3 poisons, I prostrate to Medicine Buddha, lapis light. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Te ata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze 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 raja samugate soha Teyata om bekanze bekanze maha bekanze bekanze raja samugate soha. Now the four immeasurables, also on page 34. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the cause of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends or hatred for enemies. Now the verse of praise and mantra for chain raising on page 37 in the Gold Prayer Book. Not veiled by any fault, white in color, whose head a perfect Buddha crowns in light, gazing compassionately all beings, to you Chen raising all Singmen, I prostrate. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. And also on page 37, the verse of praise and mantra for green tar. Tare liberates from cyclic existence. Tutare liberates from the 8 fears. Ture liberates from all sickness. I prostrate to the liberator, Mother Tara. Om Tare Tu Re Soha. 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 Now turn to page 34. And Geshe will lead us in the refuge and generating bodhicitta prayer.
So, the prayer that I'm going to say, or like, as I mentioned last Sunday, intentions, the power of the intentions, it matters, power of intentions. Whatever like activity that we are engage ourselves, particularly for the spiritual practice. So your intention is very much matter. So therefore, being here. So then according to Mahayana Buddhism, the best intentions, what is called bodhicitta, wishing happiness for every single living beings. So that's considered as one of the best motivations. So every single moment being here, in this temple, you, myself, all of us, the best way to use our time here in temple is to have one of the most powerful motivations, or you could set it up, you can just generate being here. For what? Just to benefit, that's all, just to benefit. Nothing more, nothing less, just to benefit. Benefit yourself, of course, then if you don't know how to benefit yourself, so that you can really benefit other sentient beings. So, so best motivation is to to just meditate. Okay, meditate. Set up your positive motivations. Best motivation is to working for well-being of all living beings. That's the best motivations. It's called bodhicitta. So, so otherwise you could just mumble the prayer, but not knowing the meaning. So then just like it doesn't mean much. Just saying some word from between your lip, and meanwhile wandering, looking here, looking there. That is not. So therefore, you don't have to say. Just whole purpose is to set up positive motivations. Why we are here? Okay. Sanje chodang soje chodam la chanjo pardon dane dagi chujie shebe so nam Sanje chodang soje chanjo pardon dane dagi chujie shebe dola benje sanje no Sanje chodang soje chanjo pardon dane dagi chujie shebe so nam Rola benjo Pada la me na mia jiong bo da jajin la so chuji chola chaba chaba na sanje songra rabdo shijin deven ju ba deda shi tambe chuni chin de shi ji namala ya ga dalo dan ne de bon da me ga da do ko de tan do ko de la tamje ke dan da ga kan ge tu je je so na da wa da tambe ri ne da ko dan da la jo So this is a part of the traditions. There you say maybe there you say 3 stanzas. So I just want to share. Maybe you're wondering what I'm saying. Oh, I'm saying something good. Father Lami, celestial being, Lami. I'm not sure the English word in Sanskrit is called demigod. Demigod. I think the Vasubandhu, Indian master Vasubandhu, this wrote this text called Abhidharma Kosha. In chapter number 3, there's like very detailed information about formless desire realm. So then within the desire realm, there's many different levels of celestial realms, their life, their size, how they define morning, evening, very detailed information there. So, the realm that we live in called desire realm. So I think it's quite obvious because desire plays the important part in our life, So not having is the best, but unfortunately that's hard to achieve. What Nagarjuna said, another Indian master said, Ember tunan dewa. Ember means like scab. When you scratch, you feel good. So I remember in monastery, we don't have, you can't take shower like here. Here you can take shower whenever you want. There, it's not that easy. It's very complicated taking a shower. So then over time, so you each, I think that there's no AC, maybe there's summertime weather get kind of hot, so then you go to class, don't take shower every day. So then you each, especially you each where you can reach, where you cannot reach. So what do? There's no special here, you can buy things, all kinds of things, there, nothing. What do? You just, how you say, pull over your not short like this. Go to the wall. The wall is not like here. Here is all like skin, like smooth. There's rough. You go there, then like bare. Then you feel good. That's Nagarjuna means Ember Tuna Deva this. If you don't eat, if in the first place there's no eating, it's better. So Teshins likewise, Jigde, like Jigde, usually Jigden, the word Jig means disintegrate moment by moment. So the place where we live in is called Jigde, means it's like changing moment by moment. So then the being that live in that environment, Jigde, that refers to the being that living in that environment that change moment by moment, being like living. Desire, de means desire to be happy. It's a part of life. Oh, you do get pleasure here, there, like scratching your back onto this rough surface of the wall. If you over scratch, then it create sore, then it lead to pain. Teshin jigden, likewise, the desire do produce some pleasure or physical happiness here, there. But bottom line, if you don't have, your life will be much better off. But that's not the case. So probably need to let know. If you're interested, it's good to pay some attention there. So maybe saying something very important, so could make our life easier, could bring more, mental happiness. If we listen to it, there's a lot of wisdom there. A lot of wisdom is there. So anyway, Hadal, so first I say these three stanzas as part of the tradition. Hadal, Ha means Ha, celestial being. Ha means demigod. Me, human beings. Then whatever, they're like all kind of like beings that we are not able to interact with them directly at the moment. Doesn't mean they are not there. They are there. Judging also, so there's like within the desire realm, there are like 7 levels of celestial realms. One of them is called 33 celestial realms. Some just also, 33 celestial realms. There, where the Brahman and Indra are the rules, that realms. Judging, so I think judging is like Indra. So those, including that's like the main that rules the 32 celestial realms. So who time to time dedicated for Dharma cause. Then Sok, etc. Those who support spiritual practice. Sanjay Sungrab, Buddha's teaching. Emphasize on peace, particularly mental peace, best form of mental peace, nirvana, enlightenment, best form of Buddha's teachings is very much emphasized on the peace, mental peace, best form of mental peace, nirvana, for the enlightenment. Sanjay Sura Rabdushin Deve Jujubas, the Buddha's teaching, implementing teaching into our day-to-day life, create the cause for ultimate happiness, such as nirvana and the full enlightenment. Then you are basically kind of yourself. I'm the one who's saying is, I'm trying to setting up my motivations to benefit all of them. Then request them to come here for the teachings. So that's the first line. What I say, Sometimes I just mumble the word. Not sometimes. Many times I just mumble the word. Then sometimes I think. The second is that's also part of the tradition. That you are saying that you are teaching in all kind of language. None of them I speak perfectly well. I teach in English, but that's broken language. So, but I'm saying language of celestial beings. Naga's language, celestial beings language, all kind of language that you are thinking mentally, you are thinking that you are teaching. And somehow, like who knows, somehow is create the bond or connections. So that part of that connections, something could happen. Or hard to say, something could happen. So that's what I'm saying, okay? So then the last one is like, the last stanza is like paying homage to the Mahakaruna, compassions, Mahakaruna, compassions. We all possess the seed, for that seed, what we call Buddha nature, the true nature. According to Buddhism, the true nature is something wonderful. Like right now, you may not see because it's under the dirt, but there's a diamond. You can't say there's no diamond because you don't see, because you need to discover. So now, not having, not recognizing that your true nature is called Buddha nature. Then unfortunately, in some cases, the people we just think something negative about ourselves. So that's very unfortunate, very very unfortunate. Yeah, just forget to say good morning. Good morning. If you didn't sleep well last night, maybe this is for nap. This is for good nap. It's okay to take nap too. Yeah, so this to symbolize. Oh, yeah. So I've been bringing this book last 3 Sundays in a row, never open. So today I'm going to open. This is like written by His Holiness the Dalai Lama. So I'd like to read some paragraph from here. Okay. The first one, Chanjuk is same as I mentioned. Changchup, body, and Sanskrit, body means, enlightenment, body. Same Tibetan word, mind. In Sanskrit, it's called chitta, body chitta, mind, Chanjusim. Altruistic attitude. So this is quite important, all my friends, to something to think about. If we are seeking first of all, I think happiness is kind of like there's like sensory pleasures. Bodhicitta is not sensory. It's like what we call, according to Buddhist philosophy, it's called like 6 mental consciousness. The number 6, like 1, 2, 3, 4, physical, then 5, then the 6, deeper. Something inside. It's not like you can't really feel, hear. Awareness, the related to the body, you can touch, smooth, so good. Maybe you get some pleasures. Then smelling something good, you could get level of pleasures. Hearing something nice, seeing shape, color. These are all called sensory happiness or sensory pleasures. So then the 6 mental consciousness is that's very much as produced by thinking, okay? So here, bodhicitta, Chanchuka seems, one second, okay, 1 second. So now what His Holiness is saying here, Sanjika Chulu, Buddha's teachings, based on the Buddha's teaching or according to Buddha's teaching, Hanangde, looking inward, Hanangde. soship nang samle jontars. According to Buddha's teaching, looking inward, then finding, analyzing, looking inward, not outside, inward. Samle jonda, training of the mind, of thought, training or practice of thought, thought. That is very much considered as very much important part of the teachings. Looking inward, analyzing, and training your thinking. Training your thinking, your thought, is considered as one of the very important part of the Buddha's teachings. Sanjigi chuluji tazuchin is the one way of looking at from the Buddha's teachings point of view. That's what it means. Point of view. Chi teachings. Chi, Sanskrit called Dharma. Buddha Dharma, Sangha, like object of refuge. Called three jewels. Buddha Dharma, Sangha. Dharma is teaching. Conventional. Of course, there's like conventional and ultimate. Conventional Dharma is teaching. Chi. If you, because if you dig deeper of that word, Dharma means like chi. Chi means transform. Chi. What? Not talking about physical things to change, not talking about plastic surgery. Not talking about changing, so I'm not criticizing that, but we people like, it's not change in the mind. There's a deeper meaning of Dharma is transform. Mind, thinking needs to transform. That's why life gets so complicated. It is already complicated, See, you think it's complicated, life is complicated, or it's a piece of cake? What do you think? So as a Buddhist, every day you remind yourself what kind of complication that you as a human experience. Oh, 8 of them you experience. Just accept, don't deny. Denying, you are going against the reality, never going to win. What are the 8 complications that is associated to human? Complication at the birth. It's nothing to do with religion, that's the fact. Aging, it's nothing to do with religion, it's the fact. You get old, aging. Sicknesses, you get sick here time to time. That was no surprise, that was expected. That was expected. Death happens. It's not like that you like or not like. It's not better. Whether you are Buddhist or not Buddhist doesn't matter. You believe in religion or not religion. If you believe in religion, it happens. If you doesn't believe in religion, it doesn't happen. It's not like that. It's a fact. First 4 complications. We all experience as a human. Dukkha towers, losing loved one. That happened, losing loved one. That was no surprise or shock, expected. Right from the beginning, fully aware of those situations. So then the benefit or result is unnecessary stress will just reduce. Encountering undesirable object. People driving here, all of a sudden somebody cuts you up in front of you. These things happen. Looking for something so hard, not able to find. What is that? Part of the human complication. When that happened, don't go out of your mind. That was expected. expected. How is it expected? It's not shock. Does that mean don't try? No, it doesn't mean don't try. You could try. Maybe there's a possibility you could succeed, but there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee. That needs to be fully aware right from the beginning. That needs to be fully aware. That needs to take into consideration very seriously. It might happen, it might not happen. If it happened, that's good. If it not happen, then what? Problem. That problem can be prevented just being aware. Feeling of loneliness. Do you ever experience loneliness? That was expected. That's a part of life. It's not surprise or shock. Oh, why me? Doesn't help. Doesn't help. Understanding the fact does help. Question why me doesn't help. Doesn't help. So these are human eight complications that part of the human life. 8 complications. Only matter of time. Sooner or later, you will experience that. That was expected. That was part of the package. Sorry. That was part of the package. So Buddhists didn't put it together. No religion did put it together. It's just part of the package. You can't blame any other religion. It's just part of the package. So there's something to be aware. So that's why Lamrim meditation reminds you every single day. Remind you that. And that's what it's called meditation. Meditation. That's called knowledge, meditations, then hoping. Through meditation, what are you hoping? Some kind of experience. So like, not just always talking about pizza. So then you're hoping that one day you can taste pizza. Not just talking about pizza. Oh, it's wonderful. So I went there, like I was talking about pizza. Sounds so delicious, but you never taste. So by meditating, review, analytical, focus. What are you hoping? You're trying to get the glimpse of taste. How it like how is it? It kind of moves you from deep down. It kind of moves you from deep down. What do you call? In Tibetan, it's called Yinjurgi Nyowa. So I think it's like more like meditative experience. Now you are experiencing pizza. Sorry, it does say pizza here. I'm just making this up. So I hope I'm not creating negative karma. Saying pizza. Experience. Now you experience. Now you say, oh, now you heard many things about pizza. So now I find that you are testing it. So. So that's the meaning of Dharma. Okay, Dharma means transform. For sake of knowledge, transform. Dharma. Chi means teaching. Nyen means listening. Chebate. This is not just mere knowledge. It's not just for mere knowledge. It's not just for mere knowledge. That there's something also important to understand. It's not just to gain mere knowledge. Nganches, our mugu samlo. Kind of like narrow thinking, I say, thinking small. Samlo dujongi le do yimba. So this knowledge is solely dedicated to transform your thinking. That's why you're learning. It's not just to gain knowledge, mere knowledge. The whole purpose of going to listening talk about pizza is to desire to eat one day. So there's the same like here. So then if we do that, the whole purpose of learning Dharma is to transform. to transform, to train our mind. If you see that is the purpose, so then you may discover Buddha nature. You may discover the diamond buried under the dirty cloth or dirt. So you could find. That's how you discover Buddha nature. So that's also important. That's called teaching called Lam Rim. Lam is the path. Rim is the stages of path. So basically, the step of meditations, stages of serious meditation layout is called Lam Rim. Lam is the path. Rim is the sequence. The very beginning talks about the input that I just want to share with you. The beginning talks about the importance of, like the teacher whom you get knowledge. Importance of teacher-student relationship, what is called Guru devotions. So then the second subject is called precious human life. Something I've probably said more than 100,000 times since I came here 22 years ago, almost said 4,000 more than 100,000 times. Tenjor. This freedom and the richness, that's what it's called in the Buddhist teaching. Freedom and richness. That's part of the quality of your life, the very life that that your life, my life, our life. Tenjor, so difficult to find. Now question is how many times we thought about that, like that, how many times do you think that your life is so difficult to find? The big question. Some texts say called meaningful. How many times that you thought about that your life is meaningful? Many times. It's called like precious. It doesn't call garbage. It's called precious human life. It's called precious. How often you thought about your life is precious? Because these big books, Lamrim, begin with that. That doesn't mean they have nothing to talk about. They have so many things to talk. Why they are talking about the very beginning of the book, precious human life? Because we don't think something good of ourselves. That's why we are not succeeding in the spiritual practice, because you don't have positive thought about yourself. You don't believe that you possess Buddha natures. You don't believe, oh, my true nature is something good. Or you think your true nature is evil. That's how you know. That's why you are not succeeding. That's why we are not succeeding our spiritual practice. Time to time, oh, Geshe, my life has no meaning. Not true. It's not true. Maybe somebody also told you that my life has no purpose, no meaning. It's not true. What is that? That's ignorance. Sorry, that's ignorance. It's not wisdom, that's ignorance. Every moment, every morning, when you wake up, that's what you meditate. Precious human life. Precious human life. You don't begin, you don't start your day with, oh, I don't like myself, I don't like my hair, I don't like my clothes, I don't like this, that. What? How are you going to succeed? How are you going to have happiness? If you wake up with this kind of mindset, how are you going to have happiness? No, that's not how you're going to have happiness. In order to have happiness, you need to think something good. Material-wise, what they get nothing, telling this precious human life. They are not interested, they have zero interest. about material things. They have zero interest. Such as, Shakyamuni, Buddha, Nagarjuna, Asanga, Shantideva, all this, they have zero interest about material gain. So see, all these books, there's like 300 something books. I invited here from India. Every Sunday you come here, I'm hoping you get some benefit, imprint, seeing those teachings. I don't believe that you get good imprint just looking at me. So then I don't feel very good, so that's why I invite all of this here. So at least when you come here, you see all this holy object. These all books and free of copyright. Nobody's making money. These wonderful books they wrote. So many teachings, how to change our thought. These are all free of copyright. Anybody can translate. Nobody make any money. Why? They have no intentions. So they want us to succeed, go high as possible. Think good, think excellent. Yourself, other sentient beings, think positive. That's how your life go up. That's how you rise and shine. You say rise and shine, so that's how you rise and shine. Precious human life. Very important, very important. First, precious. Why? 8 freedom, 10 richness. You read in the book, so that's meaningful. Don't ever think there's no meaning. Wrong. It's ignorance. It's meaningful. But this freedom is not permanent. It could slip through your hand by doing nothing. So that's what the teaching of impermanent comes in. Teaching of impermanent, everything changes. That's called another meditation called death and impermanent meditations. That's you do every day. This could be last moment. This could be the last. Why you make yourself miserable? You have idea, I have idea, we all have idea, no, it's not going to be the last. Maybe that idea is kind of deceiving. That idea follows till time of death. It's not going to happen. Doing nothing good. Thinking every day could be the last. What do you do? If it's the last day, what do you do? You make yourself miserable or happy? What do you do? Just forget about religion. What do you do? Practically, what do you do? Yeah, I myself have no clue. Maybe we have some clue. I have no clue when it's going to be my last day. But I have ideas. That idea is not based on fact. It's just idea. So what do you do? From the first, what is the better? Or thinking I'll be here forever, that thought, or maybe this is the last day. True thought, which one is more beneficial? Then based on that, you make decisions. Which one is more beneficial? So, why is it meaningful? There are so many things you can do. Simply having this body, lack of this body, it's hard to learn, even just one word. So everybody's surprised, oh, my bird say yes. My bird say no. So that you are kind of surprised. You could say yes, doesn't take a second. It's not something amazing. You could learn, implement, integrate. Then the meditative experience takes place. So learn, analyze, integrate, then meditative experience takes place. So in order to achieve fully enlightenment, you need this body. Without this body, you can't enlighten. You cannot enlighten. Oh, how is about all the celestial beings? They have very little chance. At the moment, their circumstances are better, less complication. Long run, they have less chance. Human, we have more challenge. Long run, we have better chance. This body is very much needed in order to discover your Buddha nature, in order to achieve full enlightenment. Okay, so very important, precious human life. Don't ever think that your life has no meaning, is worthless. It's like this is all going into wrong direction, going into wrong directions, hoping for something good, but going into wrong directions. You are not going, you are going far away from your goal. If you have this kind of mindset, no good. You need to think something precious, something very precious. That's called precious human life. Tenjuro. So difficult to find, so meaningful, so easy to lose. What is the point? Get the most out of this precious human life. Get the most out of this precious human life. How? Thinking positive. Positive. Less negative thought. Your life will be better off. More positive thought, less negative thought, your life will be happier. Whether you believe in something or not believe in something, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Your life will be happier. Running this workshop, that workshop, running here, running there, always thinking negative is a waste of time. Completely waste of time. Sitting like this, so serious, just thinking negative, completely waste of time. Better to go to the beach, lay down, and do nothing. That's much better than looking so serious, like always thinking like this, and only thinking something negative. It's completely waste of time. Why? What are you doing? Nothing. You are just wasting your time. Very important, more positive thought, more positive thought. So that's what is the meaning of Dharma, more positive thought. I've been meditating, now I have less anger, less jealousy. Very good. You are making progress. You are making progress. Your mind is getting less and less disturbed by negative thought. You are doing very good. Otherwise, so there's not much meaning. So then we may discover our true nature, Buddha natures. Something that makes Rangsem your mind. Kanga means like trouble. That something that causes trouble for your mind. What? So when you get jealous, your mind is not in peace. All the disturbing thought, something to take into consideration very seriously, disturbing thought. These are the two enemies. It's not your country, it's not your president, it's not a party, it's not the governor, it's not your wife or husband, neighbors, your children. That's what we think. We like to think. Always like to blame someone. So then, so we have a seed to achieve highest level of happiness, Buddha nature. Michu Rani Nagba Yimila Matebas, Michu. He's already even said, doesn't matter, you're Buddhist or not Buddhist, that's not the point. Point is not that you are Buddhist or not Buddhist, that's not the point. Point is not that you are believer or not, that's not the point. We are talking about here, training our mind. If you think you have no mind, maybe you are free. If you think you have no mind, then you are free. You don't need to do nothing. You don't need to do anything because you don't have mind. If you think you have mind, so then their mind needs to require some training. meets Rani Naba Imil Mateba, Sanji Jesuna Tona Nawa Nunagabu. His Holiness, he was very happy that regardless if you're Buddhist or not Buddhist, people are paying attention. 2,500 years ago, what Shakyamuni Buddha said, people are interested, they are listening. His Holiness, he was very happy, so people are listening. Shulu Dhammi Kagi, the different major religions, have differences when it comes down to view. Buddhists, we talk about karma, or the same thing Hinduism talk about karma, then Christianity talk about creator. There's the differences when it comes down to view. So there's the fact, like me, human has different needs. Then different mental inclination, different interests. So he's only saying why all these different religious traditions exist due to people's interest and their mental inclinations. Well, it's quite interesting. Like when you travel, people all over the world, they eat like different kind of food, they have different kind of drinks. I'm not talking about alcohol, they have like beverage, or how you say it? Beverage, alcohol. Like I was very drunk when I was 6 years old. That's the first and last in my life. So driven by desire for sweet. There's homemade alcohol made out of rice, Tibetan homemade. And the New Year, first day of the New Year, they put a lot of sugar. It's very sweet. So the kids, driven out of like desire of sweet, drank like hot bottle, supposed to be offering for the temple. So when the parents look for offering, it's all gone. Offering went, instead of going to temple, it went here. So that's the first and last in my life. All these different ways of practicing spirituality, religions, different is based on the people's interests, their desire, mental inclinations, but they all aim one thing, goal, same goal. The common goal, one common goal, is always one common goal. If you benefit somebody else, so people say, oh, he's very kind, very caring, very compassionate, helping. So then, yeah, life will be better than before if you do that. Chulu mindawa kachiki parji chamjini kechmujoyus. So that's one of his own missions. So creating religious harmony. Wherever His Holiness goes, whenever he has opportunities, he's always trying to create religious harmony. Now, then conflict between religions is very, very unfortunate. When you think about the core message of, it's like promotion of loving kindness, compassion, but it's not going that direction. It's created all kinds of. That's very unfortunate. All of this happened. Probably happening now. Probably going to happen in small scale or different scale. It's very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. In order to have religious harmonies, people need to improve their understanding of each other's religion. They need to interact, learn much as possible. It's not about becoming Buddhist or becoming something. No, you can become nothing, but meanwhile you will do very well. That's very possible. It's not about, the point is not about becoming Buddhist or not becoming something. It's the point about The point is like harmony. Harmony is the point. Harmony is the point. Huh? If you're reading the text, maybe some of the things that you may not there, so I'm just adding up, So, Semba Sangbo, Dijini la Koas. Seba, mind. Semba, Tibetan word mind. Chitta, Sanskrit. Sangbo, gentle mind. Gentle mind. So think about that a little bit. Gentle mind. What are you talking about, gentle mind? What do you mean, gentle mind? Are you talking about anger? No. How you define gentle mind? How you define gentle mind? Gentleman or gentlewoman? You say gentlewoman? No? That's not fair. So the gentleman, gentlewoman, they should be both applied to both of them, So it's not about how you dress. Gentle, or simple sambo, gentle mind. That will benefit you regardless you believing in something, not believing in something. That will 100% benefit you. No questions. Gentle mind. Not easy. Like how you generate, how you develop gentle mind. Not easy. Ask of yourself. Ask question to yourself. When you experience compassion, when, how, where? How you define compassion? When you experience compassion, did you ever experience compassion if somebody eating cheesecake? You're seeing somebody enjoying cheesecake. That's the moment you have compassion. When? Don't say you don't have. That's ignorance. You do have compassion. You experience compassion. You do have compassion. Of course, you have Buddha nature. You have compassion. Ninje, karuna, Sanskrit. Then Mahakaruna. There's no universal compassion. Ninje. The way we study compassion in our monastery, we study Buddhist philosophy. So compassion has definitions. You study compassion by definitions. Rangi miyu do chudu dungajina simji. Miyu means object. Dungajina means experiencing problem, suffering. That object is needed in order to you to experience compassion. And in order to one of you are taught. What do you mean like meditation on compassion? Means one of your thought become compassion. So that's exactly what it means meditation on compassion. It's not like, visualize Shakyamuni Buddha's image. It's not like one of your thought become Shakyamuni Buddha's image. You just look at the image and you close your eye and you're trying to see the image. So that's what it means visualize. Meditation of compassion is different. What it means one of your thought become compassion. How you observe somebody going through some difficulties. Then you feel bad, you feel sorry, you sympathize. That is compassion. Now you don't say you don't have compassion, you do have compassion. Doesn't have to be human, could be bird, could be squirrel, could be anything. So you saw, you see, you witness. You don't separate, I think generally speaking. You don't say, wow, wonderful day, you are suffering so much, I was so happy. Usually people don't say, they feel bad, they feel sorry, they sympathize. That's your nature, that's your nature. So now what happened? Second step, what happened? So now you wish that person to be free from person or whatever the being might be. Could be bird, could be your pet, could be your children. Wishing to be free that person from that being from the suffering, that is compassion. Because one of your thoughts become that's compassion. How they benefit you, Your mind is in peace. Your mind is in peace. It give you strength, give you power. It gives you strength, it gives you power. That is sewa, that's love. Sewa, that is love. That is compassion. There's slightly different between love and compassion, but that is kind of love or compassion. So that you very much wish to be that being, to be free from whatever suffering that being's going through. So that's compassion. Will that benefit that being? Of course. That's what you wish. You are ready to help. So there's the gross level. How come this kind of how come that one of my thoughts now become compassion? How come that compassion does not reach every living being? Oh, our understanding of suffering is not deep. It's not complete. It's incomplete. It's not complete. Therefore, your compassion does not reach to each and every living being. You don't see, so Four Noble Truth. The Buddha's first teaching, Four Noble Truth. Educating us nature of suffering. It's not that what we see is much deeper. So when you understand that, so now each and every one of us here, we all have issues. You see, everybody has issues. Your compassion is not based on how well that person dressed, how much money that person have, what kind of job that person has. It's not about that. It's much deeper than that. It's much, much deeper. Much deeper. Because you understood the nature of samsara. You understood the nature of samsara. So, in that regard, everybody has issues. So, sorry, easy to say. So you could come here and say, next Sunday. But it's difficult to do. I'm not saying it's a piece of cake. It requires a lot of thinking. Even just thinking decade after decade, still not easy. So that's the compassion, okay? So definition of compassion, rangi miyu tu chupi, dungaj nebe simje, your object, someone's going through problems, difficulties, that's the object. What happened? After that, wishing to be free, that being, that is actual compassion. That is compassion. That's your thought, not somebody's thought, that's your thought. Then you say you are experiencing compassion. That means your mind is in peace. Okay, so time is over. Sorry, time is over.
I have a note here, Geshe.
Yeah, we have only 1 hour.
It goes fast. I have a note from on Zoom that Alicia Damau and a team in Patagonia have been working on preparing the long and short flags for the stupa there in Patagonia.
Oh, very good. Oh, Alejandra, so thank you very much. And, all the people who are doing the prayer flags, thank you. Marcelo, Fernanda, Patricia, Alicia, goddess of food. Whenever I go there, so she cook food. So, yeah, you are welcome to visit. There's like 35 feet in line, the stupa was built. So, welcome to Patagonia. There's like, you could go miles and miles, you don't see nobody. You see nobody. If you like that kind of place, you see nobody, you go to Patagonia. Go like 100 miles, you see Lama. Not a Tibetan Lama, the Lama that lives on the mountain. Lama, they doesn't teach, just hang out, Lama. They're hanging out, Lama. There are many of them, and the ostrich. So beautiful. So I think if you go there, so okay, yeah. Stop there. So next time they will continue. I will read this book. Okay.
Okay, turn to page 246, and we'll recite the dedication verse. 246. May all beings everywhere, plagued by sufferings of body and mind, obtain an ocean of happiness and joy by virtue of our merits. May no living creature suffer, commit evil, or ever fall ill. May no one be afraid or belittled with a mind weighed down by depression. May the blind see forms and the deaf hear sounds. May those whose bodies are worn with toil be restored on finding repose. May the naked find clothing, the hungry find food. May the thirsty find water and delicious drinks. May the poor find wealth, those weak with sorrow find joy. May the forlorn find hope, constant happiness, and prosperity. May there be timely rains and bountiful harvests. May all medicines be effective and wholesome prayers bear fruit. May all who are sick and ill quickly be freed from their ailments. Whatever diseases there are in the world, may these never occur again. May the frightened cease to be afraid and those bound be freed. May the powerless find power and people think of benefiting each other. For as long as space remains, for as long as sentient beings remain, until then may I too remain to dispel the miseries of the world. Now turn to page 244 and 245, and we'll recite the long life prayers. First, the prayer for His Holiness. In the land encircled by snow mountains, you're the source of all happiness and good. All-powerful Chenrezig Tenzin Gyatso, please remain until samsara ends. I'm on page 245, the one for Khyentse Rinpoche Jetsun Losandala. The one who masters speech at a very young age. The one with great patience who received the name Avatare. The one with great precision who spread the teachings of Lama Tsongkhapa, bliss and void. Lama, ornament of the yellow hat tradition. Please remain until samsara ends. And then back on page 244. For Lama Zopa Rinpoche, you uphold the subduer's moral way, who serve as a bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Manjunath's victorious doctrine, who masterfully accomplished magnificent prayers honoring the three jewels, savior of myself and others, your disciples. Please, please live long. And then 7 Green to our mantras for Geshe and Geshe samples. Long, happy, healthy life. Om Taritu Taritu Re Soha. 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 Om Taritu Taritu Re Soha.
Oh yeah, thank you very much. Thank you all the people back in Patagonia. Thank you.
Thank you, Geshe.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Geshe. Thank you, Linda.
Gracias, Alejandra. Gracias a todos.
Thank you, Geshe.
Bye, everyone on Zoom and YouTube. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Gracias, Ale. Un abrazo. Gracias
Bye-bye.
a todos.